Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed the last video which talked about formula based conditional formatting. Let me now talk about the residual aspects of conditional formatting. Let me go to sheet number 4. Now, in conditional formatting, where we used to access new rule, we had noticed that there were 6 options, and out of which we had discussed the second, the last one, and the second last. Now I'll be discussing a remaining part of the conditional formatting techniques. So let me take a minuscule data compared to what we already did discuss in the previous video. Let's say in this case I have taken a very small number of people's name, their salary, division, and the rating. Rating 1 good, 5 bad. Now if I choose the salary, that's the universe of salary of the data that I'm talking about, and if I go to Home tab and conditional formatting, you will notice in the second block there are 3 preset options. Let me show you what each of those preset options do. If I choose data bars and if I choose any desired color, let's say purple, pink, red, you will notice based on the values, magnitude of their values, it shows a comparative data bars. Now this is a good analysis, might not be so good for printout, but nevertheless, if you are just analyzing the data from a bird's eye view, you will notice how they stand in a line. Besides this, let me first clear the rules from the entire sheet before I discuss the next part. Let's see if I choose the same set of data and choose color scales. Now color scales is nothing but heat map. So based on the values, their intensity, let's say the highest value would be the darkest in the given set of shades and the lowest value, lightest shade. Let me again press Ctrl Z, remove this, again choose the same data, because now I'm going to ask you to choose some of these icon sets. Now you'll notice as soon as I choose that, based on the magnitude of data, the different color combinations are applied to the set of data. So there also exists something which you normally see on the screen of your mobile phone, the tower signal. Now all of these are actually flowing from first of the 6th option. You can see that 2 color scale, 3 color scale, that is talking about the heat map, the data bar, and the icon sets. Besides this, you also have the third option which says format only top or bottom ranked value. That is, if you say, let's say top 10 or let's say top 5 of the range, and if you give a formatting color, okay, you will notice the top 5 being shown to you. The moment I, let's say, change one of the numbers to very small amount, now it's not part of your top 5, hence another colored being applied to the next cell, next 5th one. Besides this, let me again clear the rules. Again, if I choose the data and if I go to the new rule, you will notice there's something more which I have not discussed earlier, that is format only values that are above or below average. So if I say above average, and please color them, let's say green, so all the values which are above average will be colored. So in a nutshell, that was all about conditional formatting. You can also apply these icon sets or data bars in the rating as well. So if you just simply hover the cursor, you will notice the preview. There you go. Now one of the very good applications that is there in sheet 5, which I like to discuss. Now this is very useful if you're making an MIS report, and let me give you the background of the intended report. Let's say the employee names and against them a column exists for training. So I want that whenever a person, a client, a user chooses, let's say PowerPoint, it should be orange in color. He chooses leadership, it should be green in color. And if he chooses Excel, it should be gray in color. Now how do I do that? Now this drop down list I have already discussed in the previous video several times, but more importantly I am going to show you the technique which helps you give different colors based on different logics. So in this particular sample cell, let me just put a border to it. In this particular sample cell, if I go to Home, Conditional Formatting, and New Rule, and in the second option which I have discussed in the first of the series of this conditional formatting video, If I go there and if I say cell value, if the cell value is equal to Excel, yes, the format should be gray color fill. If I press OK, once again on the same cell, please go and again put a new rule, wherein in the same second option, this time say cell value equal to PowerPoint. Format, let me put a orange color, and let me repeat the exercise once again with leadership on the same cell. So new rule, same second option, and here I say cell value is equal to leadership, and format being the green color awaits me. Okay, now if I write, let's say PowerPoint, notice it becomes orange. If I write in Excel, let me try all in small letters. So it's not case sensitive. Leadership, there you go, the green color. And if you want, you can also create a drop down list saying data validation, allow a list, the source can be the selected cells. Okay, so now if I have the facility to simply choose from the drop down list. Now this is just an application how you may use the different techniques of Excel, conditional formatting, data validation, lists, to give you such a desired effect of the intended MIS report. So several practice exercises, do give them a fair amount of practice, very important for MIS reporting. See you in the next video.